I'm dancing to music you can't hear. I would play it for you, but if I do that, Facebook will strip the video. So, hi, welcome you beautiful rebels and the Systems and Structure for Magical Business Owners Facebook group. P.S. I'm changing the name. I miss corporate rebels and I want the name to reflect accurately what it is. So I'll give you the options I'm playing with and have you vote on them, but I'm totally changing it up in here. And this is a late night masterclass. Guys, 8:30 is late night for me, okay? I have a 3-month-old and a 3.5-year-old. This is like some late night shit. So tune in, drop in, say hi, let me know that you're here, ask any questions along the way. This whole thing is for you. This entire group is for you to support you in having a beautiful healing arts, spiritual entrepreneur based business that you love, that lights you up, that gives you all the freedom and abundance you desire, and has you helping more people and calling in more money. So, this is for you. Ask questions. Let me know you're here if you're tuning in live. If you're watching the replay, let me know that and ask questions then as well. I will totally pop in and answer them. But I was riding my bike last night and I was doing my mindset work while riding the bike. And those of you with kids will understand that, like, riding your bike by yourself is a feat. So we got the toddler down, we got the baby down, and I asked my husband, I'm like, can you just watch them and I'm gonna go for a quick bike ride? So I got on my fancy ass Schwinn beach cruiser. I love it. It's so not practical for any type of hill. And it's so fun to have these big fat white tires and this like teal bicycle with a wicker front basket. And I love it. And so I'm cruising on my beach bike and I'm doing my mindset work in my head and repeating my mantras and affirmations, because guess what I'm not going to make time for today? Writing them down or journaling for an hour or anything of that nature, right? It's like 8:30 at night. My kids are in bed. I've had a long day of managing 2 children. I was destined for a bath and maybe some Netflix and sleep. So I thought, okay, I'll do my money mindset, my affirmations, my mantras on my bike ride. So I'm riding my bike and I'm thinking thoughts like, money flows to me like a river. I'm constantly receiving money. Money loves me. I love money. If you want money and abundance affirmations, let me know in the comments and I will drop you a link. I have a beautiful PDF that I would love to send you that's full of money mindset stuff, affirmations for abundance and play. Let me know. And so I'm doing this work and the thoughts transform into, I want wild abundance. Okay, don't just say I want. I deserve wild abundance. Okay, I am calling in epic and wild abundance, wild abundance. And all of a sudden the phrase shifts and it starts in my brain. I'm saying, wild abundance masterclass, wild abundance masterclass. And I'm pedaling a few blocks before I realize, what the fuck? That is not what I was saying. I just wanted to call in wild abundance. What do you mean, wild abundance masterclass? Yay, Melissa, hi. I will totally send it to you. And yeah, so I'm like, Wild Abundance Masterclass. All right, okay, let's think about this. I guess I'll teach a Wild Abundance Masterclass. And then I've been thinking about it for the last 24 hours of what's important for you to know that's actually going to help you in your business and help you in cultivating the life and the freedom and the family time you're craving. What can I share that would be of service and deep value around wild abundance? Oh, I'm so sorry, Ella. I had that issue another time today. I think internationally something's going on with the video. I'm so sorry. I'm going to drop you a quick note. I've heard that a few times today. So sorry. I'm not sure what's going on. Everything looks good on my end. Might be a Facebook glitch. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so wild abundance. What is helpful for you in that? So the first thing I wanted to talk about with wild abundance has to do with receiving and receiving in your business. How many of us were taught that you had to work really hard in order to make money? I was. You have to strive, you have to hustle, you have to work really hard, and it's got to suck in order for you to make money. Anybody else get that patterning? Raise your hand, drop an emoji in the comments. Definitely 100%. That was most of my life. My dad worked a corporate job he did not love for about 36 years. And I knew he didn't like it. And I knew he was doing it to support the family. So I grew up learning that that's what you had to do. You had to sacrifice. You couldn't enjoy it. And the only way to make money was to hustle really hard. And so becoming an entrepreneur, I thought, well, I just don't believe that. I can't believe that we're supposed to do work that we don't like, that doesn't light us up. But I really had to learn how to receive money. And it sounds so simple and stupid, but when you're working a 9-to-5 job and you're getting a consistent monthly paycheck, you show up, you do the thing, you get paid every week, every other week, you know the amount, it's predictable, right? Most of you guys in this group have told me that the reason you haven't quit your corporate job, or the reason you haven't quit all your side gigs yet, is because you need consistent monthly income. So I just did a video about how to cultivate that. I will talk way more about that. But the problem with consistent monthly income as an entrepreneur is that it's predictable. And the good thing is that it's predictable. So let me explain. You want a predictable foundation, right? Your bills, that shit's predictable. Your mortgage is predictable. The amount of money you spend on food each month is generally predictable, right? So of course you need your income flow to be a little bit predictable. But I would argue that you want wild receiving, wild income, wild abundance over predictable. So aim for predictable for covering your bills. Figure that shit out. Is it $2,000 a month? Is it $5,000 a month? Is it $300 a month? What is that predictable foundation that you need in order to then feel like you can expand, feel like you can explore, feel like you can play with your programs, your offerings, your services, and do the work that's really lighting you up, and really the work that you're called to do, the work that really helps your clients. And that is where you're going to find wild abundance. So a lot of us as healers, as business owners, you want it to be predictable. You want to know where your next client's coming from. But that's not predictable. And you don't want it to be entirely predictable, because you want to allow, enable, unlock those codes of wild abundance. You want the universe to send you people that have been watching your content for years, for days, for months, binge watched every video you've ever created, and you want them to send you a message and say, hey, I want to work with you. I need to work with you. What are your rates? How do we do this? How do we work together? You want that. And that, I would argue, is wild. That's something wild and free and beautiful. And we don't want to control the nozzle, right? We don't want to limit ourselves and say, I only want to make 5K months. I only want to make 1,000. Hi, Sarah. You don't want to limit it and say, I'm only aiming for 10K or more, 5 clients or more, 300 people or more, right? So don't put those artificial limits on the universe, and open the flow to receive this wild abundance, to receive everything that the universe has in store for you. Don't cut it off by desiring it to always be predictable. And again, I would argue you get to have a foundation, you get to have predictable monthly income, and build on that. Once you've got your foundation, once you've got your bills met, once you figure out, okay, here's the amount of marketing, here's the amount of relationship building, here's the amount of showing up that I need to be doing in order to get this amount of predictable monthly income, then let it be wild. What if, so let me give you a couple examples of wild abundance and what I'm talking about. This shit used to annoy me so much because people would talk about it as manifesting money. And I used to think, what do you mean manifesting? Like, either you have access to it or you don't. Either you can see it coming or not. I was wrong. Let me know if you've thought that about manifesting, if it's been annoying, or if you've gotten past that and you're like, yeah, manifesting, I practice that shit, it works every day. Let me know in the comments. And so I wanted to make money while I was out on maternity leave. My thought was, okay, I can hold it steady, I can serve and support my clients, but can I make money while I'm home with my newborn? And I thought, well, okay, let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? Let's try it. Let's invite it in. So literally, you guys, the second day after Rowan was born, I answer my phone because it's from the city of Ann Arbor. And I'm like, well, that can't be good. The city we live in is calling me. Okay, what's up with that? So I answer the phone and the woman says, hi, is this Emily Otto? Do you live at this address? And I said, well, yeah. She's like, well, your address that you live at is the same as your taxes. And I'm like, yeah. And she says, well, your taxes aren't homesteaded. You're paying too much. You've been paying too much the last 2 years. Somewhere along the line, you didn't file the right paperwork and you've been paying too much in your taxes. And I was like, oh my God, that sucks. What do we do about it? So she ran me through the paperwork, and I'm 2 days postpartum, and I'm like, okay, I'll figure this out. And then I said, well, can I have the money back? Thinking there's no way, right? When do cities give you money back? When do you get money back for taxes? I thought there's no way in hell, but I'll ask. And she said, yeah, you'll get money back. We have to process this through in July. We have to send it to this review board. We'll send you a letter. We're going to send you a check. Like, well, how much is that check for? $2,500 in taxes that I overpaid. That is wild abundance. Crazy weird. Not something I was expecting. Completely out of left field, but I was open to it, right? Open to receiving, open to this wild and crazy thing that goes beyond the predictable. Another story I'm going to share with you is clients, right? Clients. So I had a client, her and I finished working together in August, and I didn't have another client that I thought I was going to start working with. And so I thought, okay, well, I guess I'm just down a client, right? And that changes my monthly income. And I thought, okay, maybe I'll make a post. I'll put some things out there, let people know I have a one-on-one coaching practice and open it up. I haven't really announced open spots since September of last year. And so as I'm thinking this thought, I got a message from a woman who wants to work with me one-on-one. And then that same darn week, another message. And both of those women have started working with me now. And I could not have predicted that. So one person left my practice and 2 people joined in the same darn week. Not predictable. Wild, right? And again, I'm doing predictable things. Consistent monthly income requires consistently showing up and being available for that income. Being open, being in relationship building, right? Cultivating that. So yes, there's wild abundance, but it's also from predictable behaviors, right? So showing up, being present, serving my clients, serving my communities and audience here in this group, building relationships. It's predictable and wild. Let me know if this is landing with you. Let me know if you've thought of it as wild abundance before. Have you had this happen in your business where money just kind of comes out of nowhere or a client comes out of nowhere? I used to strive so hard for predictable clients, especially being a recruiter. I thought, I've got to be able to make this predictable. I've got to know who's on the horizon, like who's coming next. But this magnetism, this way of showing up in the world and having your message resonate with people is so much more fun. So much more fun once your foundations are covered, right? So receiving, predictable and wild. And then 2 other concepts around receiving I wanted to talk to you about. Yay, Sarah says this makes so much sense. I'm so glad. Thanks for tuning in. And another concept that one of my awesome mentors talks about is safe money versus soul money. And I wanted to introduce this to you tonight because it's really badass and I have another twist on it. So I'm going to take it a layer deeper. Safe money maybe is the program that you've always done, the thing you've done for the last year. You know how to get clients into it. You know that it works. You've sold it before, but it's feeling stagnant. It's feeling old. And you constantly have these sparks of intuition, these divine downloads from the universe that's like, you need to play bigger. You need to get bolder. you need to step higher, show up more. Have you ever had that sensation? I have definitely had that sense, especially recently with the Lionsgate energy. I very much felt like, oh shit, I'm being called to step up even more, to be even bolder, to be even braver, to serve even higher value. And I was doing safe money for a while with my Make a Plan program. So I used to help people quit their 9 to 5 jobs and start their businesses. Now I really help healers and spiritual entrepreneurs to nail their offers and get super clear and focused in their marketing so they can make more money and help more people. But I had a program that was just helping folks figure out their plan to quit their day jobs. Still available. It's an evergreen program. Let me know in the comments if you want Make a Plan. Happy to give it to you for half off tonight because fortune favors the bold. And I kept selling this program and promoting it. And I even launched it while I was on maternity leave. And I realized, crap, that's safe money. That was safe. That was a safe niche. It made sense, right? It made total sense. I could connect A to B. I was an expert in it, blah, blah, blah. Safe money is boring. It's boring. How do you connect to your soul money? That spark of intuition that says, I'm going to teach this 30-day program that's no one's ever seen. I'm going to make this offering a program or package because I know that's what the universe needs. I know that's what my client needs. Do that thing, especially if you're getting the divine downloads, especially if your guides, your ancestors are telling you, do this thing. The faster you run with it and unleash it unto the world, the faster people can pay you for it. I did that with CEO Enchantress, and I thought, oh my gosh, I want to make this a business school. I want to make it like a 7 to 12 week program. I've got to flesh it out. I've got to make outlines. I've got to do blah, 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 blah. And instead I launched it in March and said, you know what? I'm going to make it a 3-week condensed container. These highlighted experiences. It's a live coaching program. I made 1-page homework sheets. Let's go. And I launched it and I sold the heck out of it. And then I just launched it a second time. P.S. You can still hop in if you'd like to. We just dropped the first live Q&A call this week. It's 3 weeks to help you get super clear and focused in your content so you can call in your dream clients with ease and abundance. But that was an example of soul money, right? CEO Enchantress felt like too big of a name. It was a little edgy for me to unleash it. And the universe rewards bravery and courage and listening to those instincts for connecting with your soul-driven clients, connecting with your soul money. Yay, Sarah says recently especially. Yeah, Sarah, I'm watching you up level. It's really fun to watch. And yeah, when we follow that soul money, it feels better. It feels so much more juicy than that safe money. And I know it might not seem like that in the moment, but try it. Have your foundations covered and try it. Launch the program you've been thinking of. Create the thing that no one's ever come up with. Sell the shit out of it and see what happens. See how much more time abundance you have, so much more freedom, so many more dream clients that were just waiting for you to really land with your message, with your program, with your beautiful work in the world. All right, if you're just tuning in, say hello. I'm talking about wild abundance, what the hell that is, and how to create it in your life. This is an intuitively downloaded class that I got yesterday while riding my bicycle around town. And I've gone over point 1. So I'm going to check time because I don't want to keep you guys too long. All right. So, channels. The most important thing about creating wild abundance is to create channels for it to flow to you. Now, I'm talking especially to my healers, right? Because you want to think of channels like psychic school or shamanic training, right? You've got different realms, you've got different paths for things to flow to you, and you can almost visualize it and see it. You can think of yourself as the main tributary of a giant river. So maybe you're this beautiful river, you're the Huron River, you're the Nile River. And there's all these little tributaries that flow to you, all these little streams, all these little brooks. But as a healer, we can get so good at cultivating lots of itty bitty little streams. You've got your Reiki, your tarot, your crystals, you've got your psychic sessions, you have massage therapy, you have all these little streams. And you can sell all of those little streams. Or you can focus, crystallize, condense these streams, and maybe instead of 20 different things, you've got 2 to 3 main streams that run to your well, that run to your huge river, that run to your massive lake full of abundance and money. Stick with me here. So you want to find a way to channel the money to you. The universe just needs a path. She just needs a path. You need to create a path for her to send the money to you. That could be something like buymeacoffee.com. That can be something like doing tarot card readings and dropping a Venmo link for donation. It could be something like creating 2 different programs and services, something that's a one-off session that's $99 to $150, and then a longer term program that's anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks. That's maybe $1,000 to $1,500. This is what I tell all my clients to do. Yay, hi Wild. Thanks for tuning in. So you want to create big streams for abundance, money, overflow to come to you. In shamanic training, you want to think about becoming the hollow bone, right? So the idea is that through the hollow bone, you can channel messages, you can receive. So we're coming back to receiving. You want to create and be that hollow bone in order for the universe to send money and abundance to you so that you can receive it. Because chances are the universe, she's like, damn girl, I want to send you all this money, but I don't really know how. How do I send it to you? How do I put it in your lap? Is it through selling products? Are you making beautiful, exquisite bath and body products? Are you crafting and wrapping crystals? Are you doing intuitive coaching sessions? Do you have a signature 12-week business program? Whatever it is, you want to create something that has unlimited tapping and channeling potential for the universe to send you money. And then it's on us, it's our job to put it out there, to sell it, to promote it, to make it an offering so that people can buy it. Because the universe can't send you money and she can't send you clients unless you're open for that, right? So it's all about receiving. How many clients do you want this year? Tell me in the comments. I bet you know. I bet you know. How many one-on-one clients? How many in your programs for the rest of the year? What are you calling in? And do you have those channels open? Let me know in the comments. Do you have a smaller offering and a larger offering? Are you selling products? How are you inviting this abundance in? How are you telling the universe, hell yes, I am available, I am here, I will receive your money. Send it to me, right? So for me, I am tapped out on one-on-one clients. I can't take probably another one-on-one client unless they're beating down my door until March, which is crazy to me. But I have my Rebel Mastermind program where I can take more clients, way more clients. And then I have, how else? I have CEO Enchantress, and I have downloadable courses. Took me a second, guys. Mom Life, 8:30 at night. This is super late. So I have multiple ways for money to flow to me, for the universe to send money and clients my way. Let me know which ones you are calling in for money and abundance to channel through in those comments. Sarah, I have smaller offerings in my one-on-one offer. I haven't done a program for a while. Yeah, if you still have one-on-one spots open, go for it, right? Hey, universe, I want these filled. And talk about it until you feel like people are going to mute you, block you, and shut you out of their lives forever. They're not going to. They're not going to. When I launched Make a Plan, I literally talked about it 20 times, 20 posts in 10 days. And I thought, oh my God, my friends and family are going to delete me, right? They're just going to straight up delete me. I'm done. I had one-on-one clients who told me they never saw a single promotion. I thought I talked about it until I was blue in the face. And some people still never saw it. So you can't talk about your stuff too often. It's not possible. In fact, it's our job. It's our job to show up and talk about it. Wild, 66 women in my new membership this year. Yay! 66 is a powerful number. That's awesome. 42 one-off readings. Cool. So you're calling in a lot of awesome humans and asking the universe to channel through these beautiful people, right? Because money comes through people to you, right? That's how we're receiving these monies. So we want to become the hollow bone. We want to channel. And we want clarity. This is my third point about creating channels. Hollow bones, streams, and flow. Clarity. How clear can we make it to our people that our work is for them and that they need it now? You get to say they need it now, because then your people get to make beautiful, empowered decisions around whether or not they actually need it now. And trust that your clients are freaking brilliant. My clients are brilliant. They're brilliant, amazing human beings. So are yours. So they get to make those empowered choices. And it's on us to say, here's why you need it. Here's what it is. Here's the transformation and the journey I'm going to take you on. And here's how you can get it now. Right? So that clarity. All right, so we talked about receiving, predictable versus wild, safe money versus soul money, channels. You've got to make these channels open for receiving wild abundance. Making them open might look like talking about it all the time. It might look like telling your past clients how they can work with you now. It could look like meditation, long walks, time for real self-care, really nourishing the shit out of yourself, right? It could look like extra snuggle time with your partner or with your kids or with your fur babies. Whatever it is for you, it's cultivating that clarity, right? And then the third point I want to talk about tonight to create wild abundance is leading with value. The universe is an echo chamber. What you put out there is what you're going to receive. And that's in terms of being willing to invest in yourself and in business coaching for your business. And it's also in terms of receiving people investing in your program. So however you invest is how your people are going to invest in you. Are you a pay in full kind of girl or guy? Are you a payment plan kind of human? Chances are that's however you buy is how your people are going to buy, right? And the universe is an echo chamber. It's a call and response song. So what are you putting out there into the world? Hey, Kristen. And what are you hearing back in response? At Burning Man, the first year I went, Burning Man is this ridiculous cultural event in the desert of Nevada. Some would call it a festival, but it's a huge experience. It's 80,000 people in the desert for almost 2 weeks. You have to bring all your own food, your own shelter, your own water. The only thing you can buy is ice and coffee. Shows you how important that shit is. Ice and coffee. So out there, the first time I went, I came from the Midwest. I went by myself. I figured it all out through asking for help, asking other people, posting on the ePlaya forums. Yay, Wild, you've been. I miss it so hard. I can't wait to go next year. Ugh, goodness willing. But the first year I went out there was 2014. And there was this beautiful piece of art that made music. And I still have a picture that I took with my little tiny film camera. And it said, the universe is a call and response song. And I thought, oh my God, that's so true. What song are you singing? What song are you singing? What stories are you sharing and telling? And how are you calling that back into you, right? So this is where the mantras, the affirmations, and leading with value comes into play. What are you putting out there? Are you just telling people they can buy from you? Or are you saying, hey, here's a tip on how to heal the thing that I help my people heal. Here's 5 myths that I'm going to bust about this problem my people are dealing with. Lead with value. Lead with heart-centered value, right? And let the universe echo it back to you. If you put good shit out there, you're gonna get good shit in return. I promise you that. The universe is a call and response song. Whatever you're singing out there is gonna be sung back to you. So put out the good stuff. And the trade economy is so beautiful. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The one time I did an art installation at Burning Man, it was 2017, and I made these little plaques. So at the temple at Burning Man is the place where you go to meditate, to think about loved ones, to release things. It's like a somber, quiet, calm, beautiful memorial, and it's burned at the end of the week. It's very different than the man burn where everything's like crazy, crazy party. The temple burn is like this sweet, somber, faith-based, purpose-driven healing art space. It is my jam. The temple is what called me to Burning Man, and I served as the Temple Guardian's HR coordinator. Anyways, so the first art piece I did there were markers for people to write. So the temple gets written all over. People write their prayers, their intentions, their affirmations, their sorrows, their pain. We write it all over the temple. And the first art piece I ever did was a plaque that said, sing and then write from your heart, or dance, then write from your heart. And I put all of these Sharpies on it. And I didn't go back and see how it was received for the whole temple. I still don't know. I'm hoping it went over well. And I realized just this week, that I had a hard time showing up to see how my work was received in the world. I was worried that I put my whole heart out there and I couldn't show up to see myself. Have you ever done that? It's almost like I was afraid to show up too big. I was afraid to be myself too much, and that it wouldn't be well received. Or how were people using it? Or were they using it at all? And I couldn't bring myself to do it. And I'm realizing that that's a disservice to spirit. It's a disservice to my work in the world, right? Because if I'm showing up, I want to enable others to show up equally as powerful, equally as bold. So I'm here for you in this container and in any other paid containers of mine you want to hop in. But I'm here for you because I want your work to be brave, to be bold, to be beautiful, because you deserve massive compensation and you deserve to help lots and lots of people. And I know that your gifts are here to help people deeply and thoroughly. Sarah, yes, this resonates so much. Truth. Thanks, Wild. Yeah. You're here to help people. And you also get to make a good living. And you also get to help yourself and your family, right? Like, we don't need to be martyr healers in order to be of deep service. We get to make good money. We get to be massively well compensated for our gifts in the world. We get to receive and give wild abundance. All right, echo chamber gratitude. I have all these bullet points. I've gone way off script, but I hope this is of massive value still. So, gratitude. This is such an important practice, and it gets thrown around a lot in the coaching world of like, oh, you got to practice gratitude. But how do you actually embody and practice gratitude? Part of my practice is getting up in the morning and lighting some incense and saying prayers to my physical ancestors, the spirits of this place, the unseen yet heard and supported beings that are around. And so I'm preemptively giving gratitude for the things that have not yet come to pass. And this is almost a little bit of future life projection. If anyone's done a future life regression, let me know. This is something beyond quantum healing. I totally studied and learned how to do this right before I gave birth to Rowan. And I have not practiced a session yet. So if you would like to practice a session with me, totally free, send me a DM. I would love to do that with you. But basically, this future life progression helps us get clear on what we're calling in so you can bring it into your life sooner. Gratitude practices do the same darn thing. How can we magnify what we're grateful for, what we're calling in? Because if we get super freaking excited and juiced up about the fact that we just got our first client ever, we just got $50, we just received a wild health in our family, we just got a freaking tax credit out of nowhere, right? If we can get so excited, then I truly believe spirits, God, goddess, the universe, whatever you want to call it, says, oh, she liked that. Oh, look at her appreciating that. I'm going to give her some more. I really believe that because I've seen it happen time and time again. Have you seen that happen? Do you have a gratitude practice? Sign me up. Yay. I would love to do that with you. Yay. Yeah, totally. Let's do it. So Yeah, practicing gratitude. Pull it into your everyday life, whether it's journaling what you're grateful for. My journaling practice, you guys, I'm a mom of a toddler and a newborn, and I'm running a successful business in like 15 hours a week. So my journaling practice sometimes looks like 3 things I'm celebrating, 3 fears and their reframes, right? So things I'm afraid of, and then framing it in a positive as an affirmation, and then 3 things I'm grateful for. That's it. You're welcome to steal that, use it if it serves you. Sometimes that's all I get to do, right? So, how do we amplify this gratitude? How do we bring it in so that we get to receive more wild abundance? If the powers that be are like, oh, that bitch is super excited, look at her, you're going to get more of that, right? If you're like, oh, this isn't enough, I'm so bitter and frustrated because I want more, we're not going to get more, right? I mean, I've even watched that with my toddler. If he whines at me and is frustrated because he only gets 1 cookie, guess what? He's not going to get another damn cookie. But if he's like, oh my gosh, Mama, thank you so much. This is so awesome, I might surprise him with another cookie. Simple example, hopefully super relatable. And then future life projections, future life casting. So you can totally start to journal about what it feels like when you've hit the goals that you want to hit. What does it feel like when you have those 66 clients? What does it feel like when you've sold out your one-on-one spots for the year? How do you feel? And really being present and aware and resonant with how you feel so that you can call it in sooner. Bring that future into the present now. I think that's everything I have for you on Wild Abundance. Let me know if you have any questions, if anything has been sparked along the way. This was half divinely channeled, half structured and planned, and I didn't want to wait to give it to you. I didn't want to schedule it as a challenge or wait for Thursday. I just wanted to give it to you in the hopes that it provides massive value to your life and helps you help more people so that you can make more money. That's all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, definitely chime in and let me know. If you have questions after the fact or watch it multiple times, let me know. Send me a DM if I can help you and your business even further. Have a beautiful night.